That was utterly pathetic. Wow. Wow. That was the worst game we've played all season. Hands down. Hands down. Not even close. Like, that was bad. Started off good. Started off, oh, maybe this might have been the right decision to move to O'Connell. Maybe we should have started with him at the beginning of the year. Maybe all the people that have been begging for him are right. Wow, that hit reality so fast. It's almost quicker than a linebacker hitting that stupid screenplay that Getsy just called for the fifth fucking time. See, I came to the conclusion that no matter what happens, he could have better numbers, better yards, better touchdown to interception ratio, but for some reason, as a team, this whole team looked way worse with O'Connell. Yeah, I said it. They looked worse. Oh my God, that was bad. That was just horrible. I don't know how this team got so wrapped up in its own BS that we can't even get a drive sustained after the first possession. It is ridiculous how bad this looks. It was Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law hit us like a freaking bag of bricks, just right across the face. Murphy's Law states whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And man, did that ever happen today. Every single thing that could have gone wrong went wrong with this team. Anytime we had any chance, any glimmer of hope, that thing got snuffed out so quick, so fast, that you blinked and bam, we had a 15-yard penalty. Bam, we got a roughing the passer penalty. Bam, we fumbled the ball in the red zone, no less. Yeah, in our red zone. Our red zone. And bam, hit with another penalty that took away a touchdown. Bam, we got hit with another fucking fumble, which ended up being in their red zone. Bam, we turned over the ball on downs. Bam, we had an interception. Bam, we had a fumble. Bam, we had a block punt. Bam, everything just went wrong. Literally, guys. There was 5 turnovers today. 5. Yes, I count turnover on downs as turnovers. It's in the freaking name. We had an interception. We had 2 fumbles. We gave up a block punt. And then a turnover on down. I mean, technically that's 2 turnover on downs if you count the block punt as 1 too. So, I mean, this is just pathetic, guys. Like, this is bad. Like, honestly, this is like Josh McDaniels level bad. Like, it doesn't seem like anything's changed from last year. Like, that's how bad this shit looks. I cannot get behind anything this team is doing if this is what we're going to get as a freaking result. The most frustrating part was the fact that every single time that something good happened, it was inevitably taken out by something that someone did that was just plain stupid. We get a, stop on 3rd down, and we get a rough and passer call, which, by the way, is complete soft bullshit, and this has turned this league into a 2-hand touch league. It's kind of freaking pathetic, if you ask me. It is what it is. I'll give him that. Okay, whatever. But then we do it again. 3rd down, rough the passer. But this time it takes an interception off the board, So, yeah, that happened. And we get a legal man downfield, takes off a touchdown, and then we turn the ball over again. And then we do it again. And then every time we get into the red zone, something bad happens. Or every time we get some kind of momentum, any kind of spark, nothing catches. There is no fire to light under this team because it got taken away by a stupid decision by one of our players. A dumb mistake here, a dumb penalty there, and everything that you think that was going in the right direction takes a nosedive into a fucking shit creek. You cannot sustain any kind of life in a game if you are fucking up this much. This is bad. Like, it's one thing. You could lose a game by making just 2 out of the 5 things that we fucked up on today. We did 5. All in one game. And we were still in it for the most part, for most of the game, up until it got out of hand in the 3rd quarter. And it got out of hand. We honestly did this to ourselves. This team did this to themselves. You could say self-sustaining ruins, but honestly, this is like self-mutilation. The way that every single fucking thing that went wrong went wrong. You, I can't even pinpoint where we started losing this game. It just from beginning to end, there was like these moments where you thought that we were in it, and then we weren't. And then you thought maybe there was a chance we could get back in it, but we weren't. This team is not who we thought they were. They are a bad team. They're bad, guys. Like I can't take anything away from the players that actually try on this team, and the captains and the people that actually put forth the effort on this team. But all around, all together, overall, bad. I'm not bashing my team to the point where I'm saying there is nothing good about them. I'm saying that the level of potential does not match the production. And that is a problem when you got potential like what we have in our building. When you got the level of talent that we have in our building and it's not producing results. This fucking sucks. Now, Steelers played their game, took the ball away, played good defense, just gave their offense enough chances to where they were going to eventually score. And honestly, with the way our defense is banged up, like I'm surprised it took them that long to actually blow us out. I'm really surprised that it took them that long to actually start getting in a rhythm on us. But it was a good showing on our defense's part for the most part in the beginning, for most of the game, actually. If we're being real, you could attribute a lot of that to Max Crosby, causing pressures, forcing bad throws. I think he had 2 tackles for loss and a sack today. Max is going to be Max. That he is always that guy. But a lot of other players did step up on defense. I'm not going to say they didn't. It was unsustainable, though. But I will say this. They kept it a game. They kept it close. And then our offense started giving the ball back. And when that happened, it just snowballed downhill with so much bullshit that our defense just couldn't handle it anymore. And I can't really blame them. They are shot to shit right now. There's so many injuries on that defense that there's no fucking chance of us actually holding up like we used to at the beginning of the year. Even before the beginning of the year, there was injuries. There was people that we expected on this D-line to actually contribute that were out for the rest of the season right off the bat. So it's one of those things where you have not really seen what this defense is capable of at 100% health from the get. So with that said, they did okay. They did okay. They didn't do horrible, but they did okay up until they didn't. And then the Steelers just started scoring, and we couldn't keep up. Offensively, this team is just a shell of itself. There was no rhyme or reason for what they're doing, really. It seems like the only bright spot on offense was Brock Bowers. That's it. Like, there was no other bright spot. Alexander Mattison, I guess you could say, had a decent day. I want to say it was like around 62 total yards, like 32 on the ground off of 14 carries. Plus, like, I want to say he had 5 receptions for 30, another 33 through the air. That, and he had a touchdown. So, yeah, I guess you could say he had a good day. He had a decent day. Alexander Mattison, okay, I'll give you props on that one, man. But Brock Bowers, that kid's different, man. He's different. They knew. Everybody on the field knew this kid was going to get the ball. He was our only weapon on offense that was playing at the level that we expect, that we hope for, that we want to actually get this offense into a rhythm. He was playing at that level. 9 receptions, 71 yards. I think that was off of, I want to say, 11 targets. Dude, this kid is good. He is freaking good. So, shout out to Brock Bowers, one hell of a player. But the receptions are good alone. But the way this kid is blocking, he is opening up holes. He's laying people on their ass. This guy just doesn't stop. He's a damn good football player. Really glad we drafted him. I know my initial reaction, I'm gonna keep going back to that. I hope it makes me look like an idiot. If he keeps playing this way, it's gonna make me look like an idiot. So I'm okay with it. I do not care if I look dumb as long as my team is looking better on offense because of a player like Brock Bowers. So just know that. Now, with that said, we had 6 other receivers catching balls today, and they averaged a total of 28 yards a catch per receiver. Not all of them got to that point. Some were 24, some were 25, and 3 of them were 30 yards in that area. It was a shit average, in my opinion, and the lack of creativity on this offense is just freaking stupid. Like, it's just dumb, guys. Like, I do not like Getsy right now. Like, he's on my shit list. He's been on my shit list for a while. But this game in particular really pissed me off because a lot of the yards that some of these 6 fucking receivers outside of Brock Bowers caught were all in garbage time. It was all garbage time. Like, it was O'Connell had 27 of 40, 227 yards, a touchdown, and an interception today. Looks like a decent day. It was not. Most of them yards and most of them receptions came in the fourth quarter when we were down so bad that we were forced to throw it. I think the biggest issue here is that we expected defense to play elite. They're not playing elite. Simple as that. They're playing decent, not elite. They're not the worst defense in the league, but they are definitely not playing to the level that everybody expected. And with the amount of injuries, you can't really blame them either, I guess. But our offense, who we expected to play kind of catch up and play, second fiddle to our defense, is basically playing worse than what we expected. And here's the thing, you can't really blame the quarterback either. It's a lot of these are just like stupid fucking play calls for one, and then there's stupid fucking execution for two. When the play is there, it's not getting made. Okay, that's the most frustrating thing because there's already a lack of good plays that get called, and then when they do get called, they don't get made. They don't get executed correctly. It's like they're so in shock that it's actually a good play that they don't know what to do. And honestly, it's fucking frustrating as a fan watching this shit unfold right in front of your eyes. Offensively, I don't think we know what the fuck we're doing. I think I'm actually at fault too because I was all about that. Let's run the ball. Let's run the rock. We got to run the rock. And I always emphasized on run the rock. But the problem is sometimes you got to set up the run like way more than you got to set up the pass because this running game needs help badly. We need to make these guys afraid to come down and crowd up that box. Okay. I honestly think we need a throw to set up the run. That's like honestly the only thing I see that could get this team out of its funk. In all honesty, I can't put everything on the offense and I can't put everything on the defense. This team as a whole failed us today. It failed themselves today. It was just not a good showing on this team at all. Between offense, defense, special teams, all around, it was a wholesale loss. There was nothing to gain from this. I do not want to even spend another minute thinking about this game. It was bad. It was very, very fucking bad. So Raiders lose 13-32 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yeah, that one sucked. See you on the next one. Y'all know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Go Raiders.